This concept is called the most common denominator, right? When you're having conversations with people and you hear them take a victim mentality, right? Where they're talking about bad situations and bad things that have happened to them. Every friend they ever had was fake. Every boyfriend or girlfriend they ever had was narcissistic, abusive, toxic, all these different things that they say, right? You got to look at what is the most common denominator, right? And what I mean by it is this. If multiple people, or you encounter the same issue multiple times, like they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And it shouldn't be a third time. If you're encountering the same issues with multiple people, the first time, okay, you might have slipped up. The second time, now you got to start looking at the situation like, all right, cool, let me take some personal accountability. Like, something about my energy is either attracting these people, or something about my actions is making them feel like this is how they need to behave with me. Because sometimes some things are a matter of just the person's messed up. Sometimes I like to look at relationships and situations not from a perspective of everybody's going to be one way all the time, and that most people are perfect, or that anybody, you know what I mean? I look at it like there's some people who would never do certain things no matter what. There's some people who will always do that shit no matter what. That's just who they are. But most people are somewhere in between. And if you encounter multiple people having the same issues, then eventually you have to look at yourself and say, okay, cool, is there something I'm doing that's either attracting this, allowing this, inviting this to myself? You know what I mean? Is there something that I'm doing, the way I'm presenting myself, that's causing me to get the results that I'm getting? Is there a way that I'm treating people that causes them to want to behave this way with me? But you got to think about it. And when you're talking to somebody and they start saying certain things, or sounds like it's a reoccurring issue they have in all their relationships, you talk to them. See if they figured out what it was, and see what work they did to change whatever that was. Right? And then you have to look and see if that work that they said that they did for that changed, right? Or it could be just the dynamic that they enter into a relationship. Like, let's say it may be a woman who has an issue with her libido, or she may be a woman who has issues with certain things with like an argument, right? Well, if you're a more masculine dominant man and she recognizes that she couldn't be feminine with those guys because they acted like bitches, then you'll know that she made a difference by dealing with you. Then you can kind of recognize why she's not treating you a specific way, but you also know how important your masculine frame is. That just makes you more aware of just being centered in your masculinity, knowing who you are, and not doing things that put you outside of yourself. Not allowing her to put you in situations where you act outside of yourself. Not allowing it. You gotta put your foot down before it gets to that point. And then walk the fuck away. And then when she understands that, then you're in more of a position to where you'll be seen in your masculine energy the majority of the time that she's around you. Then she'll be attracted to your masculinity the majority of the time she's around you. Then she will be horny the majority of the time that she's around you. And that's where you get the halo effect. That's where a woman's, the way she feels about you, will take things that would normally be creepy, or things that would normally seem controlling, or things that would normally seem even abusive, or things that would normally seem whatever kind of way. In the context of how she deals with you, those are all things that she not only consents to, but desires. Those are things that, for her, with you, she likes to feel like you're something bigger that she's a part of. She likes to feel like she's just adding to your life and not the center of your life. You know what I mean? She likes to feel that way. She likes to feel like there's a reason she's in her position and someone else isn't there. And that what that is what makes her special. Not just because she's attractive. Because there's going to be other women who are more attractive. Right? There's always going to be other women who are more attractive. But if your criteria for what makes a woman worthy of being with you is that she's just the most attractive woman you can come across at the time, a woman's not going to trust you to want to be submissive with you. She's not going to be cool with you fucking with other women. She's not. She's not going to stick around for that. If y'all break up, she's not going to want to be fuck buddies with you. She's not going to want to be fuck buddies with you in the first place. Either you all the way in, as in putting her on the pedestal, right? She has to feel honored by you instead of feeling just honored to be in your presence, just honored to be with you at all. When you're in that type of position, you can't really put your foot down, right? You already have a track record of not putting your foot down. Since you already have a track record of not putting your foot down, and that's what premature integration is, when you put your foot down out the blue, that might trigger her social programming. And if you're afraid of losing her, you're gonna cave. Right? Or at the very minimum, you're gonna tolerate more disrespect than you should. Right? At the very minimum. So you just gotta understand that that's a big aspect of it, right? Your sexual polarity. You have to keep and maintain your sexual polarity. And you as a man, that's your job, is to be masculine. That's a big aspect of what it means to maintain sexual polarity. But when we're looking at this whole topic of the most common denominator, you have to look at the situations you're in as a man or as a woman and say, okay, if something is off, if you're repeatedly dealing with women who are disrespectful with you, or you're repeatedly dealing with women who have low sex drives, or you're repeatedly dealing with women who talk back to you, right? If you're repeatedly dealing with women who like to flirt with other men in your presence, right? If you're if you're dealing with women who are, doing certain things that you would consider disrespectful, right? And repeatedly doing those things. And you're dealing with multiple women who have that same issue when it comes to you. There's something about you, right? So some people consider this victim blaming. I say, no, man, you got to protect yourself. You don't know what type of person you're going to encounter in daily life. Not everybody's socially programmed. Not everybody's conditioned to think a particular way. And some people just ain't wired right. Like, they loose. They got some loose screws. There's nothing you can program into those kind of people to get them not to do fucked up shit. Right? But you have to know how to, one, you got to know how to vet. And two, you got to know how to check yourself as a man. Right? Why shouldn't a woman check you? If you know how to check yourself, a woman ain't got to say no shit to you. Right? She ain't got to nag at you. She ain't got to, try to check you. She ain't got to do no extra shit back. If you're on point, she ain't got shit to say. And anything that would become an issue, you should be able to identify those things. Right? You should be able to identify those things for yourself. The moment you start feeling that polarity getting off, you check yourself, say, make sure you in your masculine energy. Before you do some feminine shit, begging a woman or chasing her or arguing with her, you check yourself. You're like, you know what? Nah, if she's not being feminine and submissive or desiring me the way I want her to at the moment, then maybe I'm a little bit too available, right? Okay, I'm a little bit too available right now. All right, let me check myself. Let me put my focus and my priorities back on my purpose and my passion. And you know what? This is nature's way of telling you as a man, you're putting too much time and energy into this woman. Or you're being too bending, or you're seeming too eager. Because then you start losing your masculine frame. You start getting off of your square. You stop being masculine. When you feel that, that's when you fix it. But you got to catch it real quick. Best way is just not to acquiesce to women. But in real life or in long-term intimate relationships, certain things it's not that big of a deal to compromise about. You ain't got to be an asshole all the time. Like, if you want seafood, but she has a shellfish allergy, like, you'll be an asshole to say, no, we going to Red Lobster. Just make sure you keep your mask on so you don't get sick and die. Like, some niggas real enough to do that. All right, that's on you, but I just think that's being an asshole. You say, all right, cool, we can go somewhere. You want chicken, I want seafood, so let's just go get some steak. That's a compromise, you know what I mean? That's, it's a real reason behind that shit. But you got to catch yourself when those reasons that seem like they are out of her control can start to pile up. Because every time you make a self-sacrifice or a compromise, that's a sacrifice. And you want to make sure that if you're going to make any sacrifices at all, it's for a good reason. So that's a big part of the vetting process, is just making sure you get to the place with a woman where you know that the things that you want or the things that you require are things that she have it to give before you're emotionally invested or before you commit yourself to a relationship. You make sure that the things that you need in a relationship before she even gets to the idea of being on that, because a woman can get on that program pretty quick when she fucking with you. So you make sure that's there before you're so tied and committed to a woman, right? Because that's what I call the biology first approach, and that's also what I call, masculine feminine dynamic. You got to make sure that's kind of set up from the beginning. Premature integration is when you don't set that up from the beginning. So when you find yourself in that particular type of position, then what can go on oftentimes is like this. A woman may say that her ex was abusive or her ex was toxic or narcissistic or whatever it was. Chances are, if he would have started off that way, she would have been cool. Or he started off that way and she don't know how to listen, right? He could have been honest with her from the jump. But chances are, if he's honest with her, she either gonna get with that program or she gonna get left. And she understands that going in. But what happens is, when you as a man, when you start off with a feminine approach with a woman, right? And then you start getting some game, or you start getting experience with women, or you start tapping into your raw sexual masculine energy, and you start tapping into those different things about who you are as a man, sometimes it's difficult for her to shift seeing you one way to seeing another way. That's what integration is, or part of integration when you're prematurely integrated. But when you go with biology first, those things are already a steady aspect of the relationship. When you want to put your foot down more, she already has a certain level of power. And her desire level for you is kind of tweaked to the place where, because you didn't go directly for her body, she can block out a certain level of her capacity for sexual desire and sexual attraction for you, right? That's the gentleman gigolo complex. So when she puts you into that kind of that nice guy box, you put yourself there to then become more masculine and dominant and sexual. It's something that will feel like it's not what she bargained for. So she's not going to really trust it. Because although those are things that she likes, although those are things that turn her on, when she thinks of you, she's more so in the thought process of her social mask, her social programming. She identifies you with her social battery, right? And because of that, to want her to be more sexual with you sometimes will make it feel like you're asking her for something that she doesn't have, or that you're asking her for more than what she bargained for to give. Instead of it being a situation where when you're starting with biology first, you were already there before things get serious. So she already knows that's her requirement going in. But not even just a requirement, but in her mind, that's the primary basis of her focus when it comes to you. So she's had enough time to build a sexual attachment to you. To build an attachment to your masculine energy, your dominance when it comes to your sex game, and that permeates out into the rest of the relationship. And as that permeates out into the rest of the relationship, different things happen. Like oftentimes, if you're like the first man to make a woman have, vaginal orgasm from penetration, not always, but a good bit of the time, if you're like the first man to do that, then you kind of shown, especially how you did it. Like if you did it through your aggression, like you just beat that pussy into submission. Like, she laying on her stomach, you getting prone bone, you holding her arms down, and then right when she getting close, you're like, hold on, baby, hold on. Then you just keep digging them shits out till she just coming all over you. You do shit like that, then a woman, you're often gonna feel some type of way. But what she's also gonna feel is that you have the ability to push boundaries and to push limits and to take her somewhere she wasn't expecting to go. And when she went somewhere she wasn't expecting to go, she liked it there. That's how you establish yourself as a leader. There's other ways. Sex ain't the only thing. Sex ain't the most important thing. It's just, that's one avenue to do it. Sex is just a conduit for your masculine energy. Right? It's just a conduit for the masculine energy. It is not your masculine energy. It's just a conduit for it. A gigolo is where you have just the sex, but you have no masculine energy to go along with it. Or your masculine side doesn't emphasize the importance of family. Or your masculine side doesn't emphasize the validity of a strong relationship. You're just all about, you just want to fuck these hoes. Some people want to build something a little bit more solid, a little bit more stable. And it's not that a man needs the stability, but in my life, most of the men I've seen who have been the most stable or who have had some of the most fulfilled lives were men who were leaders, were dominant and masculine, and were married. And they had a good dynamic with their wives. Below that would be okay. Right below that, I would put the confirmed bachelors. Their life is definitely better than the lives of married beta males, right? Married beta males, they got it's a bad deal. But below there, you got incel life, you know what I mean? Where you're lonely by yourself, can't even get a woman. And then you're looking at, the fact that you want a woman, but you can't get a woman, and you're just lonely. So I would put that below there. Somewhere in there is probably like monk mode, happy celibate. But I think if I were to break it down, I would probably break it down like at the top would be, married, dominant masculine men who are married to a submissive woman. They tend to be some of the happiest. I'm not sure whether or not I would say what I've seen that the monogamous ones or the polyamorous ones are more happy. I'm not sure. Not from what I've seen. I don't know that. It's really about whichever you choose. Whether or not you want many women or whether or not you want one woman or just a couple of women, like, that's not what determines how masculine you are, like your body count or nothing like that. If you can focus a lot of your energy into 1, 2, 3 women, and all 3 of them can be learning shit from you that's adding value to your life. You can have all 3 of them, one, depending on your sex drive and your skills. If you got 3, you might be able to maintain a sex drive of 1, 2, or all 3. My thing is this, don't get attached to a woman unless through your time of dealing with her, you know that you alone would be enough to sexually satisfy her, right? Because this is a different mindset right here. If you know that based on her sex drive and her dealing with you without needing a relationship, that your sex is enough to meet her needs, then some, right? It's not gonna work for everybody. Some women gonna lie. I'm just saying if you got some real shit going on, you don't need to have more women than whose sex drives you can meet, right? You don't need to be attached to more women than your sex drives can meet. So if you got one, cool. That might be your main girl. But then you might got like your secondary shits, you know what I mean? And I say be honest about it. I'm not saying lie. I'm just talking about if you're a rotation nigga. You might have your main girl and then you got a couple other ones or something like that. Them other ones can just be girls who, the excess of meeting your main girl's needs, you get to them, right? As far as some dick, that's what I'm talking about. But the more you can keep your sexual circle small, the better the chances will be that you'll avoid STDs and drama. So if you can be the only dude in the situation, that's the best. But if you can't, then you have to decide if the risk of STDs or outside drama on her side, or shit, if you not used to managing women on your side, that won't be an issue for me. But on your side, because you don't know how that drama might pop up. You might fuck the wrong one too good, and then now she's trying to bring some bullshit to your girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. But that's why you gotta be honest, because if that happens, you gotta be able to have that conversation with her, and she not be like, oh, but I didn't know you was doing this, yada 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 yada. She get mad at you like, nah, if you're a real upfront nigga, some shit like that happen, and this shit get back to her, you just tell her before the shit get back to her, and she's like, okay, cool, I understand. Like, what you need me to do? See, that's how you be good. That's how you be good. But that's just how you manage things if you're gonna have multiple women. If you're gonna have one woman, you have to, don't do that unless her sex drive raises up to where she can comfortably meet yours. And if that's your main girl, if she gonna fuck with other dudes, don't allow that, or don't be cool with that, or don't stick with her if that's what she wants to do, unless she's able to meet your full sex drive, regardless of you having other women. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if she has a lower sex drive than yours, cool. If you can find some kind of compromise, maybe she's sucking dick a few more days a week, you know what I mean? Maybe foot jobs, hand jobs, tit jobs, whatever it is, man. You getting anal. Hey, if her pussy be sore or something like that, or you done, she taking some kind of medicine that got her sex drive low, you know what I mean? There's different things that can happen. Maybe your girl got postpartum depression. I don't know, man. I don't know what be going on. Some of these girls got different stuff going on. Maybe she got to take antidepressants, or maybe she on birth control because she ain't trying to get pregnant and that's messing with her libido. If you're in that type of situation, as long as she's able to meet you and you can meet her where they at, see, that's a compromise if a woman's worth it for you. But that's typically what you do if your situation prematurely integrated, right? But when you're in that type of situation, you find a compromise somewhere in between. If her compromise still don't meet your needs, then that's where you got to have that understanding with yourself. whether or not you're going to completely open up the situation, whether or not you can run your game to tell, hey, I'm going to fuck with other people. When your sex drive get up, I'm not going to take food out your mouth to do it. So your needs are going to be met. But if my needs ain't met, I'm going to have to, fuck with somebody. If you want to know who it is, cool. If you don't want to know who it is, cool. If you tell me you'd rather not know, then I ain't even telling you shit. Right? And you just have that type of understanding. And then you let her know, hey, if you get to the point where you feel like you want to fuck with other people, just let me know. Right? So this is the thing some people don't get about like monopoly relationships as a liminal space. When you say that, it's not a matter of trying to keep her from getting what she wants. If her sex drive is not enough for one person, that's more of a monogamous woman. I'm not saying that she may not be attracted to multiple people, but she may also be the type of woman who she gets emotionally attached to a guy. And when she's emotionally attached to a guy, usually she may have sex with most guys she has sex with may be guys that she gets emotionally attached to. So for her, the newness of the situation is what would get her caught up a lot of the times. Right? She doesn't quite understand her energy yet because she doesn't know how to tap in sexually. And that's something you got to do as a man. That's part of the process when you're leading a woman is you got to turn her up sexually. So dealing with her, cool. But after she goes through that different type of process, things be different. But that's what integration is. You're just opening that woman up sexually. Not just that, but it's also, establishing your masculine to yourself because you got to get your shit together. But then also with her and the dynamic of the relationship, because sometimes you got a girl who's good, man. Some people say, you should leave. Somebody ain't, they don't do 100% of what you do 100% of the time, you should leave. No, sometimes people still treat you well. They add value to your life. They'll be there for you, you're there for them. Your family know each other. Y'all still got chemistry. Y'all got some business shit tied together, and she's not disrespectful. You know what I mean? Sometimes a woman love you, but it's just her mindset ain't all the way there yet. And the thing is this. Most of the time, it's either a woman will or she won't, but sometimes a woman got to get taught through that process, and you got to decide for yourself if a woman is worth that. If she's not worth that, leave her ass alone. But sometimes, man, people be having baby mamas, and their relationship is a little off, but with a little work, a little discipline, a little correcting of his own mindset, checking himself, man, he can get his baby mama on point, and then they can have a family, right? Because people be having shit going on in this black community right now to where it's crazy to me, you know what I mean? Like the single parent homes, all that shit. It would be better to raise children in a nuclear unit. And if the only issue between you raising your family and you being out here in these streets is that you just want to be out here in these streets, that's kind of immature to me. And if the only thing, because one, if you want some dom shit, you ain't got to choose. But also, if you would be satisfied with that woman, and then you take that, you just rather be out here like that, I don't really respect that. Like some people say that's just the play away. I still don't respect it. I'm just being honest with you. Man, we got priorities. We got more important shit to worry about than these hoes out here. Some of these niggas need to take their ass home. They got a good woman. Right? If that's what situation you in, so that's different. Those situations, you should take care of your shit. You should fix it. Like, some situations should be fixed. Because the thing is this. It's just like, let that hurt go dick, let that hurt go pussy, right? When you leave, eventually, you're going to figure out what you did wrong. Right? When you figure out what you did wrong, if that's a woman who you can actually talk to, have a conversation with, and she'll listen to you, then you know that was just a lapse on your leadership. You can fix that shit, nigga. I'm just being honest with you. Right? But the sooner, the better. It's better that shit is right from the jump, but it's not always going to be right from the jump. Not always. Especially if you're real young, you meet a woman in your teenage years or some shit like that. Especially like type of situation like that. Time go by, you make sure that the things are there that you need. You know what I mean? Because some shit you can teach a woman. Like some shit the dudes get mad that their girl ain't doing the shit that he should be able to teach her to do. Like I got a video saying, don't expect anything from a woman you can't teach her. If she don't suck your dick right, you watch some porn, you find some good amateur porn, some people you like. If you need to find some shit, hit me up, I'll send you some. And then you send them to her, you talk to her, you incorporate watching videos and stuff like that into your sex life. You start getting into some shit like that, right? You start talking about it, you start incorporating that stuff into your flirt, into your dirty talk, right? But you got to know how to entice her into it, right? Sometimes you're being too fucking needy, right? You're being too feminine with her. Sometimes you're too fucking emotional. You're all over. You gotta give her an opportunity to miss you, right? Sometimes you gotta pull back a little bit. You know what I mean? And pulling back is not stopping you from being who you are as a man, because you're not being who you are as a man. You gotta check yourself. Say, okay, I'm being too emotional right now. Let me chill out. Then, hey, let me go do something else. You know what? I need to be focusing on some other shit anyways. Other shit that's more important than this right now. You know what I mean? There should be a wake-up call. So, sometimes, I do think it's best to just know exactly what you want from the door. Go forward with that. But some dudes out here are married already. Some dudes out here are already connected in that way. Yeah, you could go get you another one, but you already got a family, you already got assets together, y'all got life still together, you got a house. You should be able to get up and walk away if you need to. Like if the disrespect out of hand, you know what I mean? Bitch cheating on you, all kind of crazy shit. She just got you in some drama, some bullshit. She don't get, certain shit. But when it comes to respect and desire, if there's just not a surplus, then sometimes it's about you. Like if some of it's there, but it's not as much as you want, then sometimes it's about how you move it. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not saying this shit to, some people ain't gonna fuck what I'm about to say. Not a lot. You have your own plans, you have your own goals, but to a certain aspect, certain things about masculinity, you learn not through listening to what a woman tells you, but by knowing that a woman represents nature, and that how a woman responds and reacts to you is not based off of what she thinks logically. It's about how she feels about you, and her sexual desire for you, and her femininity, and her attraction to you, and her desire for you, and her desire to keep you, and her desire to please you. You know, those things are going to determine a large factor of how she interprets the things that she does for you and the things you do for her. How appreciative she is. All those other things, those are things that when a woman is, she is going to determine those things based off of how she feels about you. So, another aspect of how things are, let me tie it back into that most common denominator, is that sometimes women will put themselves in situations where they're attracting a dominant man, but their social programming and their masculinity within themselves, I'll call that like out in the wild. There's a pure submissive with you, and then there's a brat. You know what I mean? A woman may have a certain mindset to where she's attracted to your masculinity and your dominance, but she's attracted to you being toxic with your masculinity and your dominance. That's what draws her in. And as long as her attraction and her desire level is on a high, as long as her respect level is on a high, or as long as you're emotionally distant, as long as, she has full freedom to do whatever the fuck she wants to do, like, not just that, scratch that last part, as long as she respects you, like she wants to be your property, like she wants that pussy to be yours, she wants to be yours, you know what I mean? She wants to be able to attach herself to you because that's just how she sees you. She sees you as that nigga, right? Like, she just wants to suck your dick because you are that dude. She sees you very highly, and pleasing you, seeing you derive pleasure from her orifices is something that arouses her, turns her on, and excites her. But even when she's not horny, it just makes her feel good to make you feel good. Like, when a woman sees you that way, then those different things, they operate under the halo effect. When they operate under the halo effect, then a woman is more so in a position to where, when that wears off, which means if the sexual polarity starts to erode, sexual polarity erosion, if the attraction starts to go away, then certain things that you do that are sexual that she was okay with when the respect level was high, those things will start the sexual attraction to drop. And as the sexual attraction drops, that's when she's in a position to where the things that she used to find sexually appealing now feel like it's pressure. Now it starts to feel like it's too much work. Or now she starts to feel like you being aggressive is abusive. Now she is starting to not be self-aware or recognize that her behavior is becoming subtly disrespectful and is showing a lack of respect and desire. And when that happens, she starts behaving in ways to display how she really feels about you, even though her words may not say that, but her energy starts to show that. right? She makes you less of a priority, different shit like that. As that time goes on, a lot of that is because you're not being on your square as a masculine man. You're not maintaining no type of masculine frame, your masculine energy. The shit's not right. You're not keeping it up sexually, or you're not giving her a little bit of space to miss you, or to tease her, or to edge her, or get her to the place where you're arousing her outside of the bedroom, right? So you're letting the pussy get cold on her. You're letting her feminine energy get cold. You're letting it get hard on you. You're not keeping her emotional energy, right? So oftentimes a woman may go through that emotional roller coaster. After that emotional roller coaster goes away, she stops treating a man well. So that's when a man may turn it up with the toxicity, right? Now, that toxicity are things where I say there's moral toxicity, amoral toxicity, and immoral toxicity. It's on the spectrum. Some things that are considered toxic these days are just masculinity, or in rare instances, femininity. But masculine or feminine in a way that is positive towards reaching the goals that the individual wants to reach, right? Like, those are things that the other party will thoroughly enjoy when their attraction and their respect level is high, when they're not looking at the other person through a lens of social programming. So when that happens, then when he tries to do the same things that he did before to get the same reaction, you're not getting the fuck out of Dodge yet, right? You're not leaving. You're not giving her space to actually desire you. You're not giving her you're not edging her or teasing her or flirting with her no more. You're not keeping that pussy wet consistently, right? You're not taking care of it right. And that start happens, women gonna start feeling some type of way about you now. Then that's kind of on you. Now, especially if you're not taking care of it and then you start fucking other women too. See, that's what I'm saying. If you can't be neglecting her sexually, fucking other women, and think that woman don't feel good about you, you gotta be taking care of business. So, after that shit occurs, the things you used to do that turned her on are now gonna be things that you do that feel like it hurts her. Her cup has got low. When a woman's cup gets low, she desires a beta male. But you can't be a beta male, right? That's just not in who you are. That's if you're a dominant masculine man, or if you're aspiring to be one, so you're working on yourself. You're working on your game. So those things will start to, that'll hurt a woman. It'll hurt. But it's stuff that used to feel good. It's just like a woman's energy. Like, it's supposed to be representative of her vagina. You know what I mean? Feminine energy is like a pussy. It's wet. It's form-fitting. Right? It can be deep. But it stretches. You know what I mean? It stretches. And it is stretched, and it derives pleasure from being stretched. But it has to be aroused to enjoy it. Just like this thing where girls talk about something called boyfriend inches, or like boyfriend dick, right? How that's different. Because when she's at her highest state of arousal, that's when a woman's going to desire a bigger dick. There's this thing called, when a woman's ovulating, she wants a bigger dick than she does when she's not ovulating. I think that's like a social, like a evolutionary psychology kind of perspective on that shit, where somebody was saying that when she's ovulating, she desires the best chances for a strong seed. So she wants a big, strong dick to stretch her ass out and to beat that pussy up, because that's when she wants to feel like a dominant man is going to get her pregnant. But when she's not ovulating, her mind may revert back to her social programming. And when her mind reverts back to her social programming, that's when she desires more of a beta male who's going to meet in the social norms and to give her a lot of validation, to make her feel good about herself, and not a man who she just feels good to be fucking with, right? That's when things can become transactional. When you're a masculine dominant man, you keep a woman near that state of ovulation level of arousal on a consistent basis, so she doesn't go into that social programming where she'll start acting that way, or where she'll start desiring that. But if a woman has to do that too much, when that natural level of sexual attraction and her respect for your masculinity isn't there, forcing herself to do it will empty out her cup, right? So when her cup gets empty, that's when she's going to either desire to beta male or go celibate. Real shit. I've had multiple women go celibate after I was done fucking with them. I know people say, oh, women never go celibate. No, there's women out here who go celibate. Some of them be celibate. I've had plenty of women who said they were celibate, so I ain't saying that's something that's consistent. But they make a conscious decision to say they're just going to cut out sex for a while. But I've been with multiple women who said they were celibate. I remember I fucked with this one girl. She got up from the bed, question, I'm still celibate, right? I'm like, yeah, it's just a Thursday. This don't even count. It's pretty much the weekend. I'll be an asshole. But, no, that shit was funny. But, no, it's been many women who said they were celibate at the time. And just from having those experiences, I don't trust giving a woman a pass for saying she's celibate when I first meet her. I'm like, if we're not fucking, why we talking? Like, if you're not down to get down, it's like, I'm not about to sacrifice doing what I want to do what you want. Why? Women try to shame you for that too. Women try to be like, oh, you treat women as sexual objects, you feel entitled to their bodies. How the fuck I'm gonna feel owed to sex if you're not entitled to my time? I'm a grown ass man. If I encounter a woman, I can tell her, hey, listen, I'm trying to fuck. I'm trying to stretch you out. I ain't trying to stretch you out, I'm trying to stretch you out. Like, what you wanna do? You know, meet me here. This is what we're gonna do. I want you to come through with it. Text me this, we're gonna do this, yada yada yada. Like, to me, that's treating a woman with a level of respect. You're respecting her intelligence enough to not try to manipulate her into it. You're respecting her intelligence enough to know that you know that she fucking. You're respecting her intelligence enough to say, I know that if you want me treating you as if you want me already, it's just gonna turn you on more if you're feminine. If you're masculine, it's gonna turn you on more for me to treat you like I don't want you. I mean, to treat you like I do want you. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where you enter into that situation like that. You just be honest with a woman up front, say, this is what I'm trying to do. And you give her the option of walking away or not. Because some women want the same shit. And you're not obligated to spend your time with women who not on that. You're not obligated to spend your time with women who don't feel that way about you. When women try to shame men about being sexual, women feel entitled to the time of men they're not sexually attracted to. Look at that right there. That's a berserk poster. Blurry shit, right? Women feel entitled to the time of men they aren't sexually attracted to. Because that's how a woman fills her cup after she deals with a man who is masculine and dominant, but she couldn't fully get with his program without feeling self-betrayal because her respect and desire wasn't high enough, or it wasn't maintained. He wasn't able to sustain those things that he did to get her desire and attraction level where it was. So that's kind of how them shits end up going a lot of the time. So after that, it pours out her cup. Right? As her cup is poured out, that's when she needs a beta male or some dude who's like a nice guy to come through and give her a bunch of free, free non-sexual access. Talk her head off, when them sapiosexual women, and just keep talking to her, spending time with her, doing favors for her, taking her out on dates, refueling her self-esteem, refueling it, because she's in survival mode, right? She gets too low, she's gonna deal with some mental issues. So she in survival mode. So as that cup gets filled back up, that's when she's gonna start, desiring what she used to desire, which was some real dick. A dude who she actually sexually desired. Now, in rare instances, the way she saw a man in survival mode put him into a box where he may have a full capacity to be a real nigga, and he may also have a full capacity to be a simp. And he saw where she was at and just thought she was worth the time. She thought she was worth it. That's something that can happen too. But you gotta establish your program. Dudes often put their program on hold for a woman's social program because she's dealing with shit that's psychosomatic. She may be dealing with things where she just doesn't feel like certain things, or she has artificial headaches, or she got some type of situation going on that is pretty much psychosomatic to her attraction level, or her comfort, or her respecting you, how safe she feels with you. That could, and when that's what the situation is, then her response to the sexual polarity erosion is to go into her social programming and then make excuses that sound good so you don't walk away, because she still doesn't want to lose that love or that time that she put in. Right? She still doesn't want to lose some of the good things that she still gets out of it. Sometimes a woman knows when she's in that place that she doesn't feel comfortable to tell you she needs a little bit of space, and she may not feel comfortable to tell you that, right? So really what's going on is you have to be able to peep that shit for yourself and pull back some. Like, if she doesn't know how, because one, she shouldn't be telling you that shit, because if she feels comfortable saying that shit to you, sometimes it's a matter of the respect level is so low that now she feels she needs to take the lead. Now she's getting her masculine energy. So what a big part of it is, when she gets to that place, she needs her cup to fill back up. And her cup can also get filled back up by just desire and stuff. So, like, let's say she spends some time away from you. She starts getting separation anxiety or some shit like that. And she starts feeling like, damn. Or she starts, like, missing that feeling of her pussy being stretched out. And that shit being a little sore the next day. Like, she started missing that shit. Like, she started missing, and she'll tell you this shit. If y'all start back fuck with each other, she gonna tell you. Like, she start missing just laying in the bed with you. Like, she start missing a lot of different shit. But she start missing how when you get up in that thing, you'll choke the shit out of her. She start missing how you'll get in there, you start pulling her hair, put the thumb in there, and sucking the toes. She start missing all that shit, the nasty shit. That's when her desire level, her cup gonna go back up. But she gotta get a chance to miss it. Are you gonna give her enough of a chance to miss it incrementally, or are you gonna build up this pattern of her cycle being built up until that shit explodes? And not her cycle, but her damn cup being worn down until she's empty and she has nothing to give. You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna do that? Or you can do it a little bit here and there when you need to, or you're gonna have to do it for real. And then that might really be the end of your shit. That might really be the end of it. So that's just some stuff you gotta think about, man. But you gotta take personal responsibility as a man for how we interact with a woman. You gotta take personal responsibility, and just as a person in general. Like, if you're a woman, you keep dealing with dudes who you could make wait 3 months if you felt like it, because you're just not that interested in having sex with them. And then wondering why he be cheating on your ass when y'all finally get in a relationship. Like, you can't, if there are some people gonna cheat no matter what, but there's some people gonna cheat depending on how you treat them. Right? Some people gonna cheat depending on how you treat them. So if you're in a situation with a dude and you don't desire him enough to either meet his needs fully, or to be cool with him getting his needs met somewhere else, without you fuck with other people too, you can't really expect no relationship or no monogamous relationship with a dominant man. I'm just saying some real shit. So if that man dominant at all, it's like he wouldn't be waiting in the first place. So you kind of just setting yourself up for one of them type of scenarios where that dude eventually is going to feel pent up, but he wants to be with you so bad that he may not be honest about it because he's scared. He's scared of you leaving, which is the same reason he didn't tell you that he's not going to wait in the first place. Same reason he was willing to wait, same reason he's going to cheat on you. Because he wanted you more than he wanted to be honest about who he was as a man. That's just some real shit. So when you find yourself in that situation repetitively, know that that's partially on you. Now, there's some niggas who just some dogs. They're going to cheat on whoever. But you also got to understand one thing about dogs. Another man who may be willing to wait is a man who wants the pussy by any means necessary. And by any means necessary, as niggas are a dangerous thing to society. Because that type of nigga will do anything short of punching you across the head and pistol whipping you and pointing a gun in your face to fuck you. Like, them by any means necessary niggas, they will sit there and pretend that they like you. Even convincing that shit to themselves, knowing that they plan to flip the script and be toxic as hell as soon as they get in. Like, that's like a dude who's a fake nice guy. Those dudes are some devious ass niggas. You know what I mean? I mean, those are the dudes who will try to get you to bring your guard down by pretending to give a fuck about you, just so they can fuck you and then ghost you or disappear on you and try to send you in a fucked up cycle. That's a cycle too. That's a roller coaster, and women like that roller coaster a lot of times, but it also is not, in the end, it don't be worth it most of the time. It don't be worth it. So I don't advocate for that either. So it's just like, what type of nigga you trying to deal with? There's niggas who ain't got no confidence, no sexual confidence. There's niggas who ain't got no morals, so they wouldn't lie about it. There's niggas who been ran through the mud by bitches. So there's some niggas who play that gigolo role so long that they're just worn out with casual sex. They're just worn out with the idea of having sex with a woman without the woman guaranteeing him some type of commitment. That's some real shit too. So he kind of a worn out hoe, just like you might be a worn out hoe. Hey, it be dudes who be like that too. And I ain't trying to do no shaming. I'm just saying. Because I don't believe in calling women hoes. Some of y'all some no-limit soldiers though. And the dude just out there doing his thing. But that's another one. I mean, y'all say y'all don't like hoes so much. Well, that's what it is right there. Because I just don't measure by the number of women. It's really by what lengths you'll go through to get it. And Like, if you fucking like your homies' girls, you out of pocket, nigga. Like, that's not some cool shit. Like, if that's your homeboy and you fuck his girl, I ain't got no respect for a nigga like you. That's wild. That's wild as hell. I've had opportunities. Wouldn't do it. Nope. Now, if it was just like a prospect, I would just ask her, hey, she greenlit? She greenlit? Alright, bet. But other than that, no. So, that's one way of looking at that shit. That's one way of looking at it. But over time, when you take that approach of dealing with a man because you have sexual self-control with him, female dating strategies and shit like that, you setting yourself up for the shit that you're afraid of. I just want you to understand that. So you'd be better off trying to make sure you have a strong foundation of sexual attraction and respect for this man as a man, like before you get emotionally invested in him. I think that's the best way to do it for women too. But about your first approach ain't just for men, it's for women too. I have female clients, women clients. So that's just something to understand. You know, masculine and feminine dynamic is something that benefits both parties. You know, using the biology first approach benefits both parties. A lot of women, they'll wait for sex just to find out they're not compatible with the man. That's some sad shit. Now you two locked in to want to walk away. So that's how situations get toxic a lot of the time. When you get in too deep for how compatible you are. Just assuming some shit's supposed to magically work. You actually gotta see that. You gotta see it. Make sure you know you're compatible. But a big part of that compatibility shit is whether or not it's masculine feminine dynamic. Because being masculine means you want your way more than you want her. Being feminine means she wants you more than she wants her way. It's your program versus her social programming. And if y'all on two completely different pages, the relationship is not gonna work. Right? But if you get on her social programming, then she's not gonna respect you. Her desired attraction level is gonna go down, and then she's gonna start to mistreat you. So you gotta deal with women who already respect and desire you enough for them to want to get with your program from the beginning, from the jump. Alright, so these are just some things to understand. You know, you gotta take personal responsibility about a lot of shit. And you gotta not give a fuck about social programming at all. Like, sometimes you gotta be on some real shit. Like, let's say your girl, or a girl you dating, or some shit like that. Let's say you prematurely integrated, right? And your girl, you ain't put her on game yet because you ain't had no game to put her on. Now let's say she got some male friends and some shit like that. They some shiesty kind of dudes. She going around them. You gotta say, hey, listen, like, I don't want to hear no excuses. That's all I gotta say. You know, hey, don't be drinking around them niggas, don't be smoking around them niggas, don't be doing none of that. Because I don't want to hear no excuses. You know, and sometimes it sounds like some brutal advice, but sometimes you understand how certain men think. One of them dudes who's willing to wait for pussy, like what I said about them shiesty niggas. What a nigga may do, and shiesty niggas and nice guys can be liable for this, that rape shit. So, either that, or the woman will use plausible deniability about some shit. So I'm gonna break both of those down. So one situation works like this. A man makes a certain investment in a woman, expecting transactionally to get sex in return, right? But women do the same thing with sex. Women invest a certain amount of sex. If she is a nice girl, this is with nice guys, nice girls. A woman invests a certain amount of sex expecting to get a relationship in return, or some type of emotions, without actually adding anything of value to the situation, without actually campaigning for the position of a girlfriend. All she's doing is saying, well, we having sex, so what are we? Bitch, I don't know you like that. But that doesn't mean that she couldn't. It's just she's not there right now, right? So that's part of the, guiding a woman through that process right there. It's guiding her to that place. But some women have that mentality, right? But when a woman has that mentality, there's also women who will do that. So they'll sleep with a dude, and because they sleep with a dude, they expecting money or sex. They expecting money or time and energy and calls and dates or to be in a relationship. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. But that's just the nature of the social exchange theory of the situation. For a woman, it's more about a man's time, and society makes her feel entitled to that. So when a woman says, online or whatever it is, like, or a dude say, I'm trying to fuck with you, and he acquiesces to a woman saying, well, I gotta get to know you first, or why don't you even take me out first, or cash at me, or whatever it is, right? When a woman gives a caveat and she sets her price for what she wants in order to be sexual with a man, and he listens to that instead of walking away, which is what nice guys, tricks, and beta males probably not even gonna say what they want up front. But instead of doing that, these guys will listen. They will acquiesce to doing what she wants to do, and then when they acquiesce to doing what she wants to do, then they put themselves into a situation where they keep pouring out of their own cup repetitively, to the point where I done invested so much. That's how they be feeling. I done invested so much. She owed me some ass now, because based off of what she said, he felt like that would be what was going on. That doesn't mean that's what she said. That doesn't mean that's what she said. He was assuming that she implied it. And even if she said it, now he feels like, all right, cool. Where's this ass you owe me? So what happened is, a man will get along with a woman. When he gets along with her, he's going to find opportunities to always be trying to find a way to get in there. And if the woman takes flattery out of that man finding ways to flirt with her and turn her on, and she doesn't have game and boundaries to keep, boundaries between them, like she hanging out with him alone or drinking, smoking with the dude, then all it takes is for this right here. The dude been behaving feminine. He's a wolf in sheep clothing, so he been behaving feminine for a considerable amount of time. So her guards are now dropped to where she feels he's harmless and he's defenseless, right? When she feels that he is harmless, that's low-key disrespect, wanting to hang out with a dude platonically that she knows wants to fuck her. That's saying, I don't think you'll do anything to me, right? That's how that type of dude think. Now, when you're more of a nice guy, or you agree to a platonic relationship, so you're not trying to fuck with her, you may not even take advantage in none of those situations, right? You may just be like, all right, cool. I agree to be platonic friends, so I'm not going to try to flirt with her. But sometimes they'll be trying to flirt with you, and like, all right, cool, listen, what you trying to do? And then a woman will be like, oh, some women will really be on some shit where they'll act like they don't know what you're talking about, then come back and try to throw the pussy at you later. I done been there before. But let's say you're going through that type of situation where that's how things is working. I lost my train of thought. What was I thinking? But yeah, when you go back to that shit, after a man invests enough, then you're like, all right, cool, I want some ass. But what you got to think about is he's been approaching her in a feminine way for a considerable amount of time. So she's dropped her defenses. She's dropped her guard. She's real emotional, vulnerable with him. But what may happen is if he gets aggressive out the blue, then she may get caught off guard and jump on that shit because she wasn't expecting that. Her defenses was dropped. When her defenses drop, she's more vulnerable to the shit because she's not expecting it. So she may have a lapse in judgment for a moment and give in. She may stop, she may not stop. But chances are, the nigga know what he's doing, she's not gonna stop. Then one of two things can happen. Either that nigga may legit rape a woman, or the situation can work like the other one. So either he just gonna take the pussy when he feel like she's playing too much, or he may just seduce her. And she's putting herself in the way of that happening, right? She's allowing herself to get seduced. So either one of those situations, these days women's social programming will look back at the situation and say, I was taken advantage of. He was a predator. He was a predator. Now, if she legit got raped, I mean, that's some bad shit. That's real bad. Like, that's not good. And it's not her fault she got raped. You also got to take personal responsibility. And, and that's the thing. People say, I'm a victim blamer. No, I'm just realistic. I know how, life be working. When you know that's how life works, you ain't got to try to be politically correct about it. I'll just tell a woman straight up, listen, you know this nigga want to fuck you. You keep being alone with him. Or you keep hanging out with him, or whatever it is. Alright, cool. But I see it. I'm just letting you know, because she may not lie about it. She'll just be honest with you. But you're like, alright, cool. Had the dude ever flirt? What you like that for? Yeah, he flirted a little bit. Okay. Alright, you know what you're doing then. I don't want to hear no excuses. But you say, listen, I don't care if you alone with that nigga and the nigga take it. You already know better. I don't want to hear it. Because why are you doing that? Why are you putting yourself in that environment that is a sexual setting with an individual who's sexually attracted to you, but you're not sexually attracted to them unless you are? It's like dangling meat in front of a lion. Like, men are sexually predatory by nature. That's the nature of masculinity. Some men, we know how to temper that enough to make sure that we're not violating other people. You know what I mean? Some of us, we temper that shit enough to make sure, okay, this is not morally correct. I'm not going to behave in a particular fashion. know what I mean? Some of us actually have empathy for other human beings, and we don't cross certain lines. But that doesn't mean that the nature of male sexuality isn't predatory. It is. It's a hunt. So it's like, well, as this shit goes on through, she made us feel guilt and shame because she was seduced and then feel like she was preyed on. Right? A rare woman will tell you she got raped when she got seduced, just because she feels guilt and shame for what she did if she got caught. That's if. So it's just like, sometimes you gotta be on some real shit and say, listen, I don't wanna hear no excuses. None at all. And you just put her on game. And if you got a woman who she wants to learn game, you can put a woman on game. Like, especially if you're a public figure, you gotta stay gamed up. And you gotta know how to keep your woman gamed up. She needs to know how to react when y'all go out in public and she encounters a man who she's sexually attracted to. And there's gonna be men who look better than you. There's gonna be men who are more masculine than you too. More money, more success, more attractive, all that shit. You gotta know who you are as a man to be comfortable within yourself. But you do need to make sure that your woman knows how to handle those particular situations. You gotta have that talk with her. And then sometimes you gotta break shit down to a woman. Because hypergamy is still a thing. You gotta break it down to her. Let's say, like, that reminds me of that story where Drake slept with the fiance of his producer. And his girl was an artist. And then Drake slept with her. And they was like fiancés. They was together for like 8 years. And he helped her out a lot in the music industry. And they went on a trip together. Drake invited them out. And then he fucked her. That's Drake, nigga. But at the same time, you gotta think about it like this. You gotta know the strength of your relationship. And know what level of game your girl on. And know what level of game you're on. To know what situations your relationship can and cannot handle. Some relationships can't handle open relationships. Some relationships can't handle rubbing elbows with the stars. Some relationships can't handle certain shit. Whether it's you or her. Some relationships can't handle certain shit. You gotta know what you're willing to tolerate. So it's like, you can tolerate nothing. Hey, that's a way a lot of niggas move. I ain't mad at it. But you gotta know what your relationship can handle. So this nigga thought everything was cool. It's 8 years in, over 1 weekend of this bitch getting the dog shit fucked out of her by Drake. I guess whatever he could do. Ended the whole situation. They was building some shit together. You know, I remember that video of Jeff Bezos and his wife with Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, he could have all the money in the world. That don't mean that pussy still don't get wet. But you should still be a man who has had that conversation with a woman. You know where you plan on going. You know where you plan on taking that woman. And making sure she knows how to be on code for whichever situation you go to. Best case scenario, she naturally feels those ways about you, but you still gotta have that conversation. Because you can't have no woman out here and don't know how to react in certain situations. Somebody pull her car the wrong way. Just like if you going out to the hood with your homeboy. You in a neighborhood he ain't from. Now listen, bro. If they ask you where you from, this is what you need to do. Because some people gonna ask you where you from. I remember one time I was in middle school. One of the only times I successfully bullied. Because listen, I'm an undefeated boxer, but I've not really been bullied like that in my lifetime. I've had a lot of people try. This time I successfully was, but I still dealt with the shit, right? But no, this what happened, bro. There was this nigga. He was like 16, 17, still in middle school. Built like a fucking gorilla. He was kind of short, one short, stocky niggas who do flips and shit. So one day I'm walking back to art class. I was like 13. Buddy cocked his arm back and clotheslined me, and he walked up to me and said, where you from, cuz? I said, man, I'm from Indianapolis. He was like, what? I'm like, man, it's a long story, man. And he was like, he asked me, yeah, where you from? I said, what? And then the nigga clotheslined me in my back, lift my feet off the ground, threw me forward. My back cracked. I jumped up. No, I didn't jump up. I got up regular speed, and him and his homeboy ran up on me with their guards up, and I just looked at him dead in his eye, and I just shook my head, and I looked down on him, and I kept walking the same speed I was walking before the nigga walked up on me, and I still had to walk all the way down the damn corner to turn the block to go to my art class. I was like, listen, I'm picking my battles today. I seen that video. I've been working on my hands so I could fight his little cousin, and this little cousin, he could probably beat me back then. And I was working, trying to get my hands up in case I had to fight him. Then I seen a video of this nigga dog washing this nigga. He was dog walking his ass. He was beating the shit out of this nigga. I seen the video on somebody's phone in middle school. I'm like, why is this grown ass man? He should be taking the SAT right now. Why is he here with us in middle school? That shit was crazy. So, hey, I took my L that day. He never messed with me again, though. You never mess with me again. Sometimes I go back and think about situations I've been in, because I ain't lost a fight in a long time. But I remember, I ain't saying I never could, I'm just saying I haven't. But I would go back and look at the past and be like, if I knew what I knew now back then, like if I had the boxing experience I had and the MMA experience I had, like if I had those things at different points in my life where I got into fights, I wonder how the fights would have turned out different. Like if I would have just been knocking out everybody. Sometimes I think about that shit. Because sometimes you can look back at some old fights you had, like if it was before somebody really taught you how to fight for real, and then you ain't do super well, and then you see how you fought afterwards. Like most of the times, if I had to put hands on anybody, like after I was boxing for a certain amount of time, either they almost never hit me, or if I get hit, it'd be cool. I'm like, alright, cool, but I'd be fucking them up. I'd just be dropping niggas, like foul, like 2 hits, and they down. I'm like, alright, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. I'd be thinking, if I could have did that to like everybody I ever fought, if I knew what I knew now. I don't know. That's just some other shit. But sometimes you gotta take responsibility, like for your shit. Sometimes you just gotta know how to defend yourself. Sometimes you just gotta know how to take advantage of your own body and your own mind. Learn how situations work. You know what I mean? Know how to go into an environment and know how to operate in those environments. So it's like, let's say you got a woman, you need to teach her how to behave in a different environment that she's gonna be in with you, tailored to how your program runs. If she naturally do it, that's dope. But if she does things you like, just reinforce those things. Like, you know what? I like that. Like I remember one time I went to a homeboy house. A girl came in with me. There's another girl in there I used to talk to her, but I don't fuck with her like that. I ain't fuck with her like that in a long time. She be on bullshit. But my girl came in with me. I ain't say nothing to her. I sat down and she just came and sat on my lap. See, how a woman respects you and how she desires you and how she treats you can help with your rapport as far as your reputation when you go out in public. Not that it should be that important to you, but niggas knowing how you move as a man when you with a woman out in public, it plays a big part in your game. That's what makes your relationship typically look either weak or strong, to where people gonna try to find ways to come and fuck with it. Like if you the type of dude who got a girl who always posting thirst traps online, you opening up that door, you allow that, so that's shit you gotta deal with. Whatever comes about through that, that's on you for allowing that in the first place. But that's on you for choosing that in the first place, right? So whether it's because you chose it or whether it's because you allowed it, either way, that reflects bad on you as a man. It look like your leadership skills ain't that strong. So niggas be like, all right, cool, she open for business, I guess. They must got an open relationship. That's what it look like. If you got an open relationship, that's cool. Do your thing, you know what I mean? I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it at all. Y'all enjoy yourselves. I'm talking about some other shit right now. But you can decide for yourself how that shit gonna run. But you gotta be cognizant of that aspect of your relationship, the aspect of the game. You gotta be cognizant of it. You gotta make sure that if you go somewhere, she gonna represent your brand. She gonna represent what you're about. The thing you say you like, she should exemplify those things. And if you like something different, that's cool too. But you still should have some basis of if you like what your woman has to bring. You know what I mean? I saw this one post, that shit was crazy. This dude posted a picture with his wife talking about she's not the cutest, but she loyal. I'm like, yo, nigga, you ain't shit. That was crazy. I couldn't do nothing like that. Not that I couldn't, I just wouldn't be in that situation. To be having that as the first thought on my mind, like, nigga, you weird as hell. Like, you could tell you just spent a bunch of time breaking her self-esteem down. See, that's the thing too, like, sometimes you gotta break a woman down and build her back up. But if you gotta break her down too low, her cup gonna be empty. Then it's gonna start to affect her mentally and emotionally in ways to where it's not worth what you add into her life. And that's just some real shit too. You know, when it gets to that point, to walk away. You shouldn't have to be in a position where a woman's respect is so low for you that you have to tear her down continually. You know what I mean? Always be knocking her down a peg all the time, just so that she can continue to see you highly enough to treat you with respect. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to uplift your woman. See, that's a flex right there. If you got a woman who is respectful to you, and you have a choice, and you choose to say, hey, baby, hey, you sexy to me. You looking fine as fuck today. You know, you just let your girl know, like, yeah, that ass looking a little extra fat. Like, I ate a little bit extra last week, but that shit went to the right places. I ain't mad at it. I like them thick anyway. Now, you can do it in a funny way. Like, if you got to, just let it be part of your sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like, just be honest. You ain't got to go out your way to try to make up some elaborate scheme to hurt a woman's feelings, just to try to bring her down a peg. Just make sure she respects and desires you enough to where you can treat her well and she can still desire and respect you, right? That's what sexual integration is about. Sexual integration is about getting to a high enough level of sexual attraction, masculine feminine dynamics, to where how a woman treats and sees you is how she sees you, and how she feels about you is on a high enough level to where that either she interprets you treating her well as masculinity after she's earned it, right? Because then she'll respect it. Or if she has a certain level of seeing treating her well as femininity to a certain extent, that slight drop in how masculine she sees you. Like, some women don't see a lifetime bachelor as a masculine man. Some women will see a sexually dominant man as a man who just fucks every woman all the time. And she may have a little bit of that mindset within herself. That's a gentleman gigolo complex. If she has that, if her sexual attraction level is high enough, then if it drops a point or a sexual polarity erosion happens a little bit, the sexual attraction and respect level and how she views your masculinity will still be high enough for her to highly sexually attract you, be highly sexually attracted to you consistently. That's integration. It's, taking a certain aspects of the ego and the mindset and taking those things and then making them more so just hacking those things. Like, some dudes, their ego is, I need to fuck all the women I can in my lifetime in order to feel like a real man. That's what their ego tells them. So you can take that and you can hack that aspect of the ego and say, I want to be a man who is satisfied in his sex life and very much pleases my woman 100 ways. Instead of fucking 100 women, you can fuck this one woman 100 ways. Right? When you look at it from that different perspective, your ego is still met, but your ego is met in a way that's integratable because you don't feel as much of a need to have variety instead of having depth, right? Then you can actually build something and start working on establishing this black community. You feel me? Like, I'm pro-black as a motherfucker, right? But if you're not black, you're welcome to, but I'm just saying some real shit. It's blurred pill, black nerd shit. So from that perspective, there's a lot of different ways to look at it. But that's just one aspect of sexual integration as well. So I think this is my first time making a video on my new phone, so I'm somewhat excited about that. So yeah, this is Brody. I'm out. Now I'm gonna start making more videos with my face in them. Start editing shit up, putting a little music in the background. We just, yeah, that's it.